Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's check system requirements for Throne and Liberty. Recently we have get updated information from NCSoft, developers of this game. So let's see what do we have here. Before we start, let me just say subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more of Throne and Liberty videos in the future. As you can see, I'm already here on official website of NCSoft, actually Throne and Liberty in Korea, and in front of me interesting information you'll see in the next few minutes. First, on the left side we have minimum system requirements. You can see here resolution 1080p, graphic quality lowness. That is actually a pretty rough translation from Korean language to English language. Don't worry about that. So very low graphic quality. You can see here CPU minimum Core i5 6500 and GPU GTX 960 4GB. And that is actually really low. I was surprised on one way. I was expecting that minimum system requirements will be higher. Nevertheless, don't forget, if you will play with these system requirements, with this CPU, GPU, or a little bit higher, your graphic quality, and not only that, performance of the game will be very low. So I don't recommend that. Nevertheless, if you don't have better PC, absolutely. Try to play Throne and Liberty. You don't need to have some high-end gaming PC. You'll see a little bit later in a minute regarding recommended and regarding high system requirements. Basically, you don't even need to have some high-end gaming PC. Regarding working memory RAM, you can see here minimum system requirement is 8 GB of RAM. That is actually also not that high. A storage device, 60 GB of available space. That is kind of normal for one real mmorpg, no mobile devices, only PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox, right? For one real mmorpg, this is kind of normal. There is no surprises here. Throne and Liberty will be released on PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox, no mobile devices. Usually when you see games which are some kind of mobile port to PC, nothing else than that, you see like 20 GB or something like that of available space. 60 GB, that's normal for one real mmorpg. Windows 10, okay, you don't need Windows 11 and DirectX version 12. Now let's check recommended system requirements, and these are actually requirements which I would say on one way are minimum. Because this minimum, yeah, you'll be able to play the game, but performance of the game and graphic quality will be very low. So these recommended is actually minimum what you should have to be able to run game normally to some point, if you understand what I mean to say. So let's check here what we have. Recommended system requirements, resolution 1080p, okay, graphics quality middle. Okay, so you'll be able to set in middle, you will not need to go to the lowest option in settings in the game, right? CPU, Core i5 11600K, GPU, GTX 1660 6GB. So regarding CPU and regarding GPU, this is now looking much more normal. Regarding CPU, this is still not high. Regarding GPU also, this is old GPU, but very good one. GTX 1660 6GB. I had that one. I think there are like two versions. I had Super, and there is also TI version of this graphic card. Even if you have this normal version of this graphic card, right, 1660 6GB without Super, without TI, it will work. And this is really good graphic card. It's old one, but it's really good. So I think it's not even that much expensive nowadays in 2023. Then we have RAM, working memory, 16 GB recommended. And again, this would be like average, normal, nothing too high. When they will put here like 32 GB or I don't know, 64, that would be really too much. But 16 GB recommended, that's normal. And I think that the most of gaming PCs now in 2023 at least have 16 GB of working memory. Also, working memory is not that much expensive. Graphic cards, yes, they are expensive, but working memory is not that much expensive. Regarding storage device and operating system, you can see here all is the same, 60 GB of available space, Windows 10 and DirectX version 12. So these recommended system requirements are looking normal. On one way, let's say it, for resolution 1080p, middle graphic quality, and again, not high. Absolutely, this is not something too extreme to have. Average gamer now in 2023 is having probably much better gaming PC. But even if you don't have, don't worry, you'll be able to play Throne and Liberty. Now let's check high system requirements. You can see here resolution 1440p, graphics quality high. Finally, we are getting there. Core i5 12700 regarding CPU, regarding GPU RTX 2070 8 gigabytes. Now again, regarding this graphic card, it doesn't look too extreme. Absolutely, they're not asking, don't forget, this is high system requirement, right? They're not asking some high-end gaming graphic card. No, come on, this is RTX 2070 8 gigabytes. Okay, it's good, right? It would be really good to have that, absolutely, right? So working memory 16 gigabytes, again normal. And regarding storage device, operating system and DirectX, there is no difference here, right? Windows 10, 60 gigabytes available space, and DirectX version 12. So high system requirements, that is a rough translation from Korean language to English language, don't worry, we know what that means. On 1440p resolution, not 1080p, they're looking really low. Actually, they're looking really low. I was expecting much higher. Come on, RTX 2070 8 gigabytes, you can get that. Also regarding the CPU, absolutely something viable. So for now, this is looking good. And now on the end we have the best, okay? Resolution 2160p, graphics quality like on maximum. So this will be in the game when you would put everything on maximum, right? Core i7 13700K regarding CPU, regarding GPU RTX 3070 8 gigabytes. This is okay, this is looking much more normal now, of course. And don't forget, this will be when you put everything on maximum. Come on, right? And we have here interesting change regarding working memory, 32 gigabytes of working memory. Yeah, this would be actually recommended not only for Throne and Liberty, for some other mmorpgs, new upcoming mmorpgs. Then I was checking system requirements. For now, for 2023, it would be good to have 32 gigabytes of working memory. And on one way, there is nothing wrong with that, because like I said already, working memory is not that much expensive. It's not that expensive. Okay, graphic card is expensive, but even here, for maximum settings, they are not asking some high-end gaming PC graphic card. Look at this, RTX 3070 8 gigabytes. Okay, not so cheap, of course, as this one, right? 1660, 6 gigabytes, which is recommended, but still achievable. Regarding storage device, operating system, and DirectX, there are no changes. You can see here storage device, 60 gigabytes, Windows 10, and DirectX version 12. So overall looking, these system requirements are actually really low. On one way, that is okay, it is surprised a little bit. I was expecting higher, but then again, when you think a little bit more, Throne and Liberty is not Unreal Engine 5 game. If you think that this game is Unreal Engine 5, you are wrong. It's somewhere between Unreal Engine 4 and Unreal Engine 5. Okay, so officially, I didn't see any kind of information until now from NCSoft which engine actually it is, but it is between, maybe it's 4.5 or something, in between 4 and 5. But when they were advertising this game a few years back, it was Unreal Engine 4 MMORPG, not 5. Now, of course, we are now in 2023, but I have never seen anywhere information they have upgraded engine from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. So I think it's somewhere in between 4 and 5. So these system requirements are actually not a surprise, and good news for everybody who doesn't have good gaming PC. Absolutely good news. You can see here minimum system requirements regarding GPU. Usually that is the problem regarding GPU. CPU, don't worry too much about CPU. CPU will run it. Your processor will run it. However, your GPU, you can see here minimum GTX 964 gigabytes. It would be good to have at least this. GTX 1660, 6 gigabytes. Amazing graphic card, old one, not so expensive, really good one. And regarding working memory, absolutely 16 gigabytes would be good to have. If you don't have it, okay, you will run it with 8 gigabytes. But most importantly, graphic card. Absolutely most important, graphic card. Try to get this GTX 1660, 6 gigabytes, something like that, about value of that graphic card, and you'll be fine. And like I said, even these highest system requirements are not looking too high regarding CPU, GPU. This is looking pretty normal now for 2023. If you are interested into Throne and Liberty, check my YouTube channel. I already have about 70 videos regarding this new upcoming title. I'm preparing lots of guides in the future regarding different kind of in-game features, roles, dungeons, gameplay. You will see it very soon on my YouTube channel. Also, check my live stream on Twitch. Yes, I can manage to get in the game. I will live stream gameplay of Throne and Liberty from Korea from December 7th. I have already pre-created my character. Yes, I can made it. Regarding news and updates, what is happening with Korean release of the game, check lots of videos on my YouTube channel. Also, I'm following what is happening with global version of the game. This evening, basically nothing new when I'm making this video. So stay tuned, stay hyped regarding Throne and Liberty. A release is coming very soon. Regarding system requirements, for this evening, I wanted to let you know, this is looking very low. This is looking very low. Even if you don't have high-end gaming PC, try to play Throne and Liberty. Probably you'll be able to run it. All depends only on what kind of settings. Will you put on a different kind of graphic quality? Low, high, medium, or the best. If you are watching my live stream, let's go for a live stream. If you are watching this as video on my YouTube channel, thank you for watching the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch to see more of mmorpg content and of course Throne and Liberty content in the future. I'm live streaming every evening about 7 o'clock Central European Time, so join me to see some gameplay and to find out what is happening in mmorpg and PC gaming world. See you soon.